let's get on up to Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. For the call, we bring in our broadcasters, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the Miami Dolphins. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll look to throw on first down to Josh Rosen. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. Stills was second on the team a year ago to the now departed Danny Amendola in the receiving yards category. And hard to believe, 5th year now with Miami after his first couple of years with Drew Brees in New Orleans, and now hoping he can form a bond with Josh Rosen. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Watch the pass. Strong right. Check 50.
This is Marlon Mack, third-year running back. A look at the numbers for Mack from last week. There isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches who are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive?
Either way, they would take that kind of production.
Hey, watch the slant. Check the hot read. Check. Right. Check nine.
On second down, here's a run with Mack. And he'll go down at the 28. 7 yards there and a first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them. When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Throwing again on second down. Luck. Ebron caught left side. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2. Watch the eye. Go ahead. Switch.
They'll try and run for this with Mack. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Vinatieri, the NFL's oldest active player, also the league's all-time leading scorer, past Morton Anderson last year.
Yeah, he turned 46 in December of 2018. You really can't see it in his leg. Maybe in the beard.
You can see it in the beard.
Maybe in the beard. That's about it. But as long as he's booting them the way he's booting them, keep going, big guy.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Josh Rosen and company getting set for their next possession. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
The tackle made there by Jared Davis.
Really held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
On 2nd and 7, Rosen, and that's incomplete. Darius Leonard, the linebacker, able to break that one up.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
On 3rd down, Rosen. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Darius Leonard, the linebacker, able to break that one up. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
This will be fielded at the 17. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Look, and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Undercrunch. Hey, alert 3. Watch twist. On.
They'll start on the ground with Mack. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Throwing is Love. Forced out to his left. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 15 yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around.
How about that scramble by Andrew Luck? Sometimes we forget just how big, strong, and yes, fast Andrew Luck is. When he came out of college at the Combine, shocked everyone, ran a sub-4 840.
And he grew up a big soccer guy over in Europe, so he knows how to use his feet.
That he does, and I think it's helped his legs along the way as well.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 13-yard line. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. And if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now the third year back out of Texas, Deontay Foreman. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Love. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Raekwon McMillan. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
When you're this close to the goal line, you've got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Now Love. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
You know, he hated taking the loss there on third down. So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2. Got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going forward in this game, that's going to be the aim. And hopefully they'll be kicking extra points instead.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
They go play action here on first down. He's got it. The tight end, Allen. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. That's something we didn't see much of from Allen the last couple of years in New England. Heck, last season, 13 games, only 4 targets. But Miami going to try to get him more involved in the passing game as we saw there. And you know he has the capability. You think back to 2012, breaking in with Indy. He had 45 catches that season. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. We'll check on his status when we get back.
From the 44,
Rosen. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Justin Houston just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
6-0 our score after 1. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in, and they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 24-yard line.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy that has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 10 more there and another first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. They run it with Ballage. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Kalen Ballage, his 2nd touchdown on the season. As his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Marlon Mack now heading back out there at his current pace. Sure looks well in line for a 1,000-yard season, but Some of the older folks watching that remember the 12-game seasons in the NFL probably say, man, it was a lot harder to do that back then.
Yeah, even the 14-game seasons. And, you know, when we talk to those veteran runners, some of those guys who wear gold jackets, right, and appear in Canton, they look at this and go, you know, it's kind of like going to school and taking 5 years to get your degree instead of just 4.
A victory lap. Well, they also used to walk uphill to school both ways.
In the snow.
In the snow.
Blizzards.
Milk was 5 cents. Hey, but he's having a great year, not to take anything away from him. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Throwing on 3rd down. Love. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Rosen and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Faking the give to Drake. Now Rosen. He's going to go for a big play down. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Starting the drive with a give to Mack. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. On the stop that time, Frosty Rucker.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. He's tired of me. He's tired of us. Bang, bang.
They'll fake it. Now Love. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Sponge. 80 weapons.
Now it's Love. And he connects with Ebron. 23 yards, the final tally.
Here we go.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner, toughness in the pocket, strong and stout. But let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart, valedictorian of his high school class in Houston. Then he goes to Stanford. He's got it all. Now a 1st down throw. Luck. This short throw caught by Goddard. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Alert 3. Alert 3. Kill.
They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Check.
On 2nd down now. It's Mack down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
A third field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on third down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
Let's go. Let's do this.
It's been a nightmare season. You're well under 500. Your defense hasn't really kept you in a lot of games, and now it's spilling over to the kicking game. That's 3 points you've got to be able to bank on.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
I'm coming. Kill.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Now Drake. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. Third and long.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. A good return there, 17 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Come on,
From the gun, here's Love. Over the middle, Rodgers has it. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
The final shot before the break. Luck. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, and okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. We take a look ahead at what's to come later tonight. Sunday Night Football, it'll be the Vikings and the Cowboys from AT&T Stadium in Arlington. And then tomorrow night, we've got the Seahawks and the Niners from Levi's Stadium. And we were in the Bay Area for the Raiders on Thursday night. Now right back out to watch the Niners on Monday night. A run on first down, but it's not going to get them much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Hurry!
Caught left side by Hilton. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 34. And you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. There on the tackle, Minka Fitzpatrick.
Switch it. Check. Reggie. Check three. One man. Switch. Check safety.
Staying on the ground with Matt. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. Here's Locke. And he's got his man, Hilton. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A good pickup there, 26 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Check. He's checking.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
36. General West. Safety creep. Out.
On 3rd down, a run by Mack. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
All 9 points for him coming via the field goal, and this last one puts him out in front.
All the field goals are great, but you know I'm going to get pessimistic here, right? Because you've got to score touchdowns to win games in the NFL. I just wonder if all these field goals, great now, or if they'll come back and haunt them later on.
This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Now it's Rosen. Complete to his running back, Kenyon Drake. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. On 3rd and short, Drake. He's got the first down and more past midfield. There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kenyon Drake, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are going to jump back in front. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on 3rd down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, picked up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Marlon Mack now heading back out there. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on the other side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments. And you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half, it gets ugly in the second half. They've come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Let's go.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. But anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Tackle made there by Mason Foster.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Oh, and Mack has the ball stripped. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And a return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Anything to make of this or just a bad stretch? Because he had the 2 fumbles he lost last week and now a third.
It's a bad stretch, but it's one that he has to make sure he overcomes. This isn't on anyone else but him. Taking care of the ball, tucking it away, keeping it high and tight. All the while doing that and not slowing down his running and his ability to move the ball forward.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. On play action, Rosen. Throw left side complete. That's Drake. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Watch the twitch.
Now Rosen. On the left side, this is Stills. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Drake. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. The ball's still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on 4th down. Allen hit. He lost the football. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the fourth quarter.
X3, 218, chopper. Switch gears. He's coming. We got jumper.
They'll go again here with Mack. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
On first down, Lott over the middle, hauled in by Campbell. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. Andrew Luck, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks a season ago when he was comeback player of the year. And he needs another one right now if he wants a Colts victory. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Hey, watch it. Hey, check. Watch twist. Check 50.
Going jet sweep. Here's Campbell. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Funches with a catch over the middle. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on fourth, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that D?
Yeah, momentum swing.
And, you know, I remember playing how much fourth downs were emphasized. You know, because, as you said, it's a momentum play. It's also a big test for you. You know, if people are going to go for it on fourth down, they believe you're not up to the challenge. You want to show them differently.
And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Luck on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Off of play action. Luck. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Campbell. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. On first down, Mack. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 5 at the 8-yard line.
They go right back to Mack. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on fourth down.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
They'll run for it with Hines, and he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. So the decision to go for it turns out to be a good one. They get a couple of yards, and as a result, the drive keeps moving. It's now first and goal. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. Harris Campbell there to make the grab, and the Colts are once again going to retake the lead.
And that touchdown ends a streak, for lack of a better word, of 3 field goals that they put on the board previously. They finally cracked the code.
Yeah, they've been down there. They've been in enemy territory, as you said. They just hadn't been able to punch it in until that point. Now Luck, and he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth-quarter lead. So that effort gives them a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Josh Rosen and company getting set for their next possession. Certainly they want to win this game, but down 3, they know what they need to do. Get in field goal range, at least have a chance to tie.
And if you approach it the right way, you almost have a safety net. Knowing just a field goal gets it done. You don't press for the touchdown, but you take it if the opportunity comes. If the opening's there, someone slips in the secondary and you get a big play. But otherwise, get the 3, put that on the board, and try to extend the game.
They'll be trying to muster 3. Of course, they'd love the score to win it. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Rosen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. They'll look to throw. It's complete. Stills. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kenny Stills, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Let's go, baby.
So now Luck and the Colts down 21-17. A little under a minute 50 remaining. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. Now this is Hilton on the receiving end. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Right there.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He's back to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape ball over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both, because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field. Now
yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Locke. Able to find Deion Kane, complete. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. He completes this one to Mack. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
He'll look to throw. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different.
And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
So many practices we watched over time where the offense works on scoring late in the game and finding a way to win, as we just saw there.
Just saw it right there. Now can they preserve that advantage that they just got? Vinatieri connecting on the extra point. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages, as a field goal now can only tie it. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So now it's the Dolphins' turn, trailing by a field goal. 33 seconds to go. They need, at minimum, 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. Faking the give to Drake. Now Rosen. Now in desperation. And got his man. Complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31.
Let's go.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Here's Rosen to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
That's Stills bringing it in. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll try and pound it in with Drake, and he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. This one taken just inside the 10. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at it from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in the end zone, tip it around and catch it. You've got to have guys back there to defend that, but also you can't allow the quarterback as much time as he wants to set up and throw it. Maybe you bring a little extra pressure to make sure he gets rid of it quicker.
A little bit of a cat and mouse game. We'll see if they bring that pressure. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Miami, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-4.
From Prada, rolling up